On, on behalf of Sri Siddhaganga Education Society and Sri Siddhaganga College of Pharmacy, uh, we would like to welcome all the participants for this international webinar about updates for effective community pharmacy.
You have to speak little louder. Everybody should speak louder. The voice doesn't carry otherwise.
On behalf of Sri Siddhaganga College of Pharmacy and Sri Siddhaganga Education Society, I welcome all the participants and I thank all the organizers, especially Group Pharmaceuticals and Karnataka Registered Pharmacists Association, Mysore, and other organizers for conducting this wonderful event so that it will helpful to community pharmacists. So today's topic, all of you are aware that updates for effective community pharmacy. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was quite loud. You can be still louder.
Okay, sir.
Welcome, Dr. Sugandhi, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Regarding certificates, they will be emailed to you. Please check the spam box. Yesterday's session, we have not yet sent the certificates. We will be doing it. Today's also. Everything you will get by Wednesday. Okay, sir. We have 3 more minutes for the formal beginning. Please, I request everybody to call up your colleagues, friends, all pharmacy contacts, your chemist shops, everybody to come live. We are yet to begin. This is the unofficial talk batter which is going on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. इस दुनिया में लोगों का मसीह करने के लिए बेबसी
Not yet started, Mr. Chandru. I will mute it shortly. Give me 2 more minutes. Incidentally, the background music is what is called the pharmacy anthem.
Oh, fine.
Produced by a young pharmacist in St. Peter's College. So that is what is looping round and round till 4 p.m. when we officially start.
Okay.
I'm happy to see nearly 403 attendees already, and we are yet to begin.
Nice to hear.
That's a very appropriate background music, sir.
Yeah, yes.
The choice is good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sugandhi ji. Incidentally, Dr. Narayana TV was also one of the patronizers to that boy who wanted to make this pharmacy anthem.
Okay.
So we are the future to prophecy. इस दुनिया में you have provided a better platform.
1 more minute to go.
And all the societies are getting benefit of this COVID-19 and how to protect ourselves. And not only, and also the social distancing, the pharmacists, how they are working around the clock, it will be more beneficial for all the participants. And I should say, just don't deep from the edge of
It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome all my pharmacy colleagues and friends.
from the motor of the sun.
Not audible. ಸರಿ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ.
Sir, please stop the music. And log in again. Our audience is very punctual.
Yeah.
We crossed already, almost touching 600 on dot.
Nice.
Nice to have all pharmacy friends and good to see all punctuality.
Happy to see this.
We are all set, almost ready to start.
Yes.
So some technical problem.
Yeah, I think he will log in a couple of minutes. Won't take long. Yes, he's back.
Hello, am I
Yes.
audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. What a relief.
You can start, yeah.
All these things happen, I guess, sometimes. So it gave me a little, what do you say, I became apprehensive.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's 6:41 on the attendee number. Really warm welcome to all the pharmacists. This is the only platform of the pharmacists, by the pharmacists, and for the pharmacists. There is a little story here as to why we began this series of the pharmacist, by the pharmacist, and for the pharmacist. You see, for 3 decades, 30 years, I am here in the pharmaceutical marketing profession, and I have been marketing to allopathic doctors in this entire, and of course, the allied Ayurvedic and dentists and other doctors, including physiotherapists. What I noticed, particularly with the powerful allopathic doctors, is that they have multitude of associations, like ENT Doctors Association of Karnataka, another ENT Association of Andhra Pradesh, then All India ENT Association, so on and so forth. There are so many, hundreds of associations are there. So which means these associations are building the professional linkages and bonding. That is number one. Second, the primary purpose of all these associations is to make professional knowledge updation. So which means they are constantly updating their knowledge and sharing this knowledge, and that is giving them tremendous impetus and increasing the power of their profession. It is exactly what we need as a prescription to our pharmacist profession. If we have again multitude of organizations meeting together and discussing professional knowledge issues, just imagine to what extent our pharmacist profession will come up. This is the secret why allopathic doctors are very powerful, because they are knowledge hungry, they are craving for recapitulating their knowledge, and this has given them impetus in our society. So let us also understand the good features of this model. Let us also encourage and patronize various pharmacist associations. Let us bond together, and also let us share knowledge. Remember, knowledge is volatile. If we don't keep sharing knowledge, it just evaporates from our brains. So warm welcome to everybody for this international webinar in English. This is on behalf of Karnataka Registered Pharmacists Association. and Karnataka and Tumkur Chemist Druggist Association, and of course, Group Pharmaceuticals, the collaborator, who is the manufacturer of Inocept and Fresh Chlor. Warm welcome to all. Friends, today we have with us an international pharmacist webinar, the springboard being Tumkur, especially this noble place of Sri Siddhganga Mutt. A few words about this monastery. The Sri Siddhganga Monastery in Tumkur is basically a open philosophy monastery. It practices universal compassion through what is called as Trivida Dasoha. There is unconditional charity of food, educational knowledge and shelter for all children up to 16 years. In their Gurukul, or the place where the children are taught up to 16 years, there are around 10,000 children given free food, free education, free shelter, and everybody is welcome to join. There is no concept of conversion here. You practice your faith. It is only a simple learning situation there in this very noble spot. Highly secular place. There are Muslims, there are Christians. There is no question about the caste, the creed, nothing. All credit goes to Padma Bhushan Karnataka Ratna Dr. Sri Sri Shivkumar Swamiji, who was called Nadedadu Devaru, which means walking God. He had a wonderful lifespan of 111 years and he did miracles. And that is why this place is so famous. So if you get a chance, please do visit this very noble place, and definitely you will get the vibrations, and that will create happiness in you. Swamiji has founded 132 institutions, and one of them is, of course, the Sri Siddhganga College of Pharmacy, Tumkur. Now, this is located just about 1.25 hours away from Bangalore. So it's just a stone's throw, you can say, from Bangalore. And we have the panelists here, starting with Dr. Suresh Kulkarni, sir, who is the principal of Sri Siddhganga College of Pharmacy. Welcome, sir. We also welcome Dr. Nandish, professor, and he's also a long timer at Sri Siddhganga College of Pharmacy. We warmly welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Who is on his way to get his PhD, has also completed his MPharm and MBA. He is one of the affable, young, dapper, upcoming pharmacist professor. Welcome, Mr. Ravinandan. Mr. Sugandhiji, you must
Thank
be
you.
aware, is the most handsome and dignified executive you can ever find in pharmaceutical industry. Warm welcome to you. And we have young, dynamic, heroic. I make fun of heroic because he reminds me of Yash. We have Kaushik Devraju, president of KRPA. Welcome all. So I will launch by talking about my favorite concept of sell more through patient counseling. So if you want to sell more, then the best approach is to do by patient counseling. You see, the community pharmacist is at the vanguard between the pharmaceutical industry as well as the patient. So he is in touch with all these people, and he can definitely talk a lot of health sense to all the prospects and patients. And he is the only person who keeps the pharmacy open, much where other healthcare professionals are not available. The white coat ceremony is an annual event in the pharmacist's life where formally the white coat is donned by the instructors to the pharmacist. So that is a very important event. I request everybody to participate and organize these sort of ceremonies so that the pharmacist will start practicing. You have to look like a pharmacist to practice a pharmacy. So here is the story of Miss Lakshmi, the pharmacist, who now goes around because of the Corona warrior role with a face shield, with the gloves, with mouth mask, with sanitizers, and she uses her personal mode of transportation. She is wonderful at good counseling, and that is because she is able to establish reliability or trust very fast with her patients. She has got very good communication skills, both verbal and non-verbal, and she is able to listen to the patients and also request them to ask questions so that she can clarify them. The Ayush systems of medicine are also important in our pharmacy, and she develops the sale of these products by counseling the patients on the importance of various healthcare supplements and Ayurvedic medicines which may or may not be prescribed by the doctors. Now, this is the era of immunity. Now, in immunity, There are two types. One is the first line of defense, which is the skin and the mucous membrane, and the second line of defense is the white blood corpuscles or leukocytes, which have got the phagocytosis and antibody production property. So, for immunity to be at the optimal level, proteins, vitamins, minerals, especially vitamin C, vitamin D are important. Remember, vitamin C and zinc cannot be stored, so everyday intake is required. And a study has shown that more COVID-19 cases are there when the vitamin D deficiency is present in the patient. So, it's important to understand vitamin D levels are required to be at the good level, and canthelicidin is one anti-TB peptide which is produced by WBCs due to the vitamin D3. So this is what Lakshmi, the counselor, is doing as a pharmacist, promoting the various vitamin C, zinc, selenium supplements and getting additional revenue to our pharmacy. When she is dealing with insulin diabetic patients, she runs the very important blood sugar measurement camps. So that also gets in very good patients to her. And she is one of the few ladies or the pharmacists who can describe how to take the pen insulin. That is, you have to squeeze the skin and keep the pen insulin or the insulin at the 45-degree angle and then inject. Most people do not explain this, and it's a tough time for the insulin-dependent diabetic to understand how to give the medication. And she is also one of the interesting individuals who has understood the importance of alkalizer solution for its nephroprotective action. So along with the doctor's prescription, she is able to describe to the patient what hyperuricemia is and why it is important, particularly in the pre-diabetics and diabetics, and this can definitely act as a protective. So any high uric acid disorders, alkalizer solutions are required, and this is one of the aspects which Lakshmi is doing. She also does brown bag consultation. She asks the patient to bring all the medications, OTC, Ayurvedic, everything that she is having. So the patient comes and explains the medications. And then if there are any incompatibilities, Lakshmi points out that. For example, there may be some patient who is taking 2 or 3 analgesics. Now that will cause significant problem. So pharmacist Lakshmi believes that one has to do a lot of counseling, including for the medicines use review and also kick alcohol habits, smoking cessation service. So coming to COVID-19, the entire story began with Wuhan. In Wuhan, all sorts of wildlife material is sold, including for meat. You have got the bat, which is housing around 1,500 virus pathogens. Now this bat on consumption or by the animal or human gives rise to several viral infections. Like for example, from the bat came the MERS to the Arabian camel, and from there to the human being. Similarly, the civet cat, it was responsible for transmission of the SARS-CoV-1. So the pharmacist corona warrior is also having the duty to counsel on what the SARS-CoV-2 virus is, how the virus with its spike proteins latches onto the respiratory system and produces disease. Even when we speak to salivary droplets, there is the transmission of the virus, which causes tiredness, fever, dry cough, and breathing difficulty, lung involvement, which leads to ground glass effect in the lungs, COVID toes, which means it is a painful presentation of the toes. And also, an interesting observation was during the treatment plan for one of the affected patients, Dr. Yi, his skin color changed from white to the brown. Similarly, it happened in the case of Dr. Who, probably due to the side effect of antibiotics, because that disturbs the hormonal function also. But they have come back to their original color, skin color, after recovery. So it is important to understand that it also causes this COVID-19 infection, loss of smell and taste. So global lockdown is important. We should be very careful not to touch our face, mouth, nose, and eyes because hands may be contaminated. So please use the non-dominant hand to touch the shelf, a pharmacy shelf, because involuntarily we touch the face 16 to 23 times. Ensure to maintain minimum 6 feet distance. 3 feet is gone. Don't allow the patients to come inside your pharmacy. You ensure to keep the ceiling fan and AC off if there are too many patients, because the air may circulate and transmit the virus. While washing the hands, please follow the WHO rule. Wash the palms, back of the hand, in between fingers, the thumb, the nails. That is the basic point. Similarly, with the case of the hand sanitizer, like INOSEP, put 1 rupee coin worth of the hand sanitizer, wash the palms, and then the fingers, between fingers, nails. This is how you do it. Please carry hand sanitizer, wear the mouth mask every time, and wear the gloves. Encourage digital payments. If they are currency notes, wash it cleanly, or you put the sanitizer onto your palms, keep the currency note in between, rub, and that will kill all the microbes there. So when you take the stock also from the stockist salesman, please ensure to keep the stock aside for some time, at least 8-10 hours, or maybe even 12 hours, and then only rearrange it onto the shelf, because that may also carry the germs. 2.5 microscopic saliva droplets are coming out whenever you speak a single word. So it's important to understand these may carry the COVID-19 infection also. Ensure to do fumigation and also fogging, because that is important to reduce the burden of the unwanted microbes. Remember to think that any patient who is coming to you may be asymptomatic carrier of COVID-19. So please be careful. And just to reiterate the importance of the smile, so here is a graphic which shows Julia Roberts. The original smile shows that a person smiles, it reaches up to the eyes. So that is called as a Duchenne smile. They have tracked the women having Duchenne smile in a classroom photograph of the Mills College for 30 years. They found that genuine smilers, Duchenne smilers, were blessed with happier lives in terms of marriage, well-being, and career. So obviously you have to learn to smile. Smile. Don't give a fake smile like this beautiful lady here who happens to be an air hostess. Do give an original and a good smile, because only when you are wearing a smile, you are well dressed for the day. So obviously, with this important information, I request Dr. Suresh Kulkarni, the principal of Sri Siddhganga College of Pharmacy, Tumkur, to take over. As you can see, he is performing several yogic poses here. So along with his 30 years of teaching experience, he is very committed to overall development of students, but he is also a holistic health person. So over to Dr. Suresh Kulkarni, sir, principal of Siddhganga College of Pharmacy. Please, we are waiting to listen to your words.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Please,
Thank you very much for providing this an opportunity. And on behalf of Siddhganga College of Pharmacy, I extend my warm welcome to all the participants, and also thank for the organizing of this effective and useful seminar. The main aim of this special session is to provide assistance to our society in today's critical condition arising due to pandemic COVID-19. During this lockdown period, many people are hunkered down in their homes during their part to prevent the viral infection. During this tough situation, the pharmacists and other healthcare professionals throughout the global are stepping up and help to manage and prevent the spread of COVID-19. The pharmacists are the backbone of medical support in the war against COVID-19. Their ongoing efforts and selfless dedication are saving the lives of the people each and every day. So based on this, the pharmacists in different practice areas are in the front line of fighting this pandemic. So the pharmacists are regularly working in the various areas such as the hospital pharmacist, community pharmacist, then industrial pharmacist, then compounding pharmacist, and research pharmacist. Next slide. So in this case, if you go for the hospital pharmacist, the hospital pharmacists have a vital role in managing the medication therapies of the patients who are hospitalized due to COVID-19 or related illness. So that pharmacist is working round the clock 24/7 to provide the medication to the inpatient or COVID-related patients throughout the globe. And coming to the community pharmacy. that community pharmacy plays an active role in educating the public and preventing the spread of COVID-19. They have launched the series of initiatives such as training for professionals and information materials directed to the general public, such as infographics on the correct use of masks, how to wash the hands properly, and advantages of social distancing and thermal scanners. And these community pharmacists also able to give the information about the adverse drug reactions to the body and also fixing the dosage in the different conditions of the patients.
Then coming to the industrial pharmacist and compounding pharmacist. Is it audible, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And many pharmacists
Sir, your audio is weak. Speak loudly.
and many pharmacists work in the pharma industries and laboratories to develop the medication, vaccines to prevent and treat
Dr.
the
Nandish, you please check out his audio is weak.
Okay. And the pharmacist,
Industrial
as a pharmacist in the industries, they are working hard for the development of the various kinds of the dosage forms as well as the vaccines for the prevention and control of the COVID-19. And in addition to this, pharmacist plays a vital role in conducting the clinical trials of novel corona vaccines. And this is the pharmacist where they are working in the industries apart from the community pharmacy. So these are the various where the pharmacists are in the front line for treatment of the COVID or for the
and the manufacture of the different types of the dosage forms. And one more point is compounding pharmacy.
case of
In case of compounding pharmacy, many pharmacists are started making hand sanitizer. And because of the huge mass, these hand sanitizers are not available in the market. And we, the pharmacists, and guiding the public, and also we are supplying the sanitizer by making use of
alcohol, aloe vera as a main ingredient for the manufacture of sanitizers that was supplied through the institution, through our society to the public during this pandemic situation. And apart from this, the pharmacists have got a better scope in the development of the dosage forms and to have the research areas in this novel coronavirus, like what you say that in government of Karnataka and government of India have invited the proposals to study the effect of yoga meditation in fighting the COVID-19 and similar viruses. The particularly Department of Science and Technology have initiated and invite the application to submit the proposal for this kind of research proposal. What are the possible things we can contribute to the society to rid or to root out from the corona from the society? So the main focus on the event of this drug, what is it? Uh, Department of Science and Technology focuses the research articles by improving the immunity. And second one is ida.
Suresh, sir, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, sorry for inconvenience. In the research area, the government invites the proposals to study the effect of yoga, meditation in fighting the COVID-19 and other similar viruses. Department of Science and Technology particularly focuses on
how to improve the immunities and respiratory disorders and other dimensions like stress, anxiety, and depression. And these are the basic requirements. So apart from this, the
at this juncture, it is the time for all of us to join hands with Corona warriors. We can fight the pandemic by practicing the hygienic social distancing and regular yogasanas, pranayamas are the ways to uproot this COVID-19 from the society or from the global or from the location. So the main, I am of the opinion that apart from this medication, the most important requirement for this nowadays is the importance on special hygienic social distancing and to build up the immunity, to increase the resistance powers to the body. So these are all possible taking the good food and nutritious food, along with we have to maintain some yoga and pranayama which have better impact on the internal organs of the body. That is the main advantages of yogasanas. We can have the differences between gym and yogasana. The gym have the increase of the muscle power. The gym have the increase of the only muscle power, whereas the pranayama and yogasanas use the impact on internal organs of the body, which activate cells, organs, thereby it stimulates the thyroxine or thyroid, parathyroid secretion, thereby the body will get immunity. So that my opinion is all the faculty members or the fellow pharmacists or the citizens, they have to more concentrate on yogasanas apart from the special precautions. So I want to say that a brief yogasanas. One is Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana.
I think there is some audio trouble. You'll just adjust. Continue, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Here, in case when you let us come to the point of asanas, let us start with one Bhujangasana. This Bhujangasana builds the strength in the spine. It also improves the posture. It helps to lift our mood and energy levels. In addition to this Bhujangasana useful for the kidneys and useful to get the useful elasticity for the body. Useful asana for strengthening the heart. The heart and kidneys are get strengthened by regular practice of Bhujangasana. This Bhujangasana minimum we have to stay in this posture at least 2 minutes. If we have the 2 minutes, then only you can get the benefit of that Bhujangasana. Next, come to the Sarvangasana. This Sarvangasana helps in the proper functioning of the thyroid and parathyroid glands. It helps to rejuvenate and detox the body. This Sarvangasana is also known as Queen of Asanas. As the name itself indicates that Sarva Anga Asana. Sarvanga Asana means Sarva Angagal. Ella Angagalike ಒಂದು energy ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. So it gives the energy for all parts of the body. Hence it is named as Sarvangasana. And it gives nourishment, strength to the all parts of the body, such as circulatory system, respiratory system, alimentary system of the body gets strengthens. Next. This halasana. This halasana relieves fatigue and rejuvenates the abdominal organs. Helps in the proper functioning of the thyroid and parathyroid glands. This halasana also gives strength to the pancreas, spleen, kidney, and liver. And it helps in the supply of fresh blood to the spine. The most advantage of this halasana, Sarvangasana, is it also not only improving the immunity, but also it gets rid of diabetes and also arthritis and back pain, all get relieved from the regular doing of Sarvangasana. So that next, this Shirshasana, this Shirshasana have paramount importance in the body. And the Shirshasana in the yoga, particularly in case of yoga, the Shirshasana is believed that it is a king of asanas and it prevents the aging process. It prevents the aging process and it improves the blood circulation. As a result, cardiovascular and lymphatic system gets rejuvenated. It also enhances the functioning of respiratory and immunity system. So among all the asanas, if you practice this Sarvangasana, Shirshasana per day, at least 5 minutes, if you are able to stand in this posture 2 to 3 minutes, our body definitely will get the immunity strength and we can fight any kind of diseases, not only corona. If more than corona also there, we can fight against such kind of diseases if you practice Sarvangasana and Shirshasana. The important first function of the general logic or the phenomena, what is it, phenomenon, if the body weak, अगर देह दुर्बल हो गए तो सारी ये बीमारी हमला करता है. If our body is weak, all kinds of the diseases are going to attack to the body. The first point is we have to protect ourselves. Instead of taking the medicine, let us protect and maintain the strength by using such kind of asanas. If we have enough strong resistance power to fight against any kind of the diseases. Next, coming to the another part of the Shirshasana is Padma Shirshasana. It sends refreshing boost of energy to the brain, blood circulation in the head, and upper body is improved. It reduces the nervous system disorders, improves the stabilization of mental health. All the body systems are strengthened by the practice of this this Shirshasana and Padma Shirshasana, like circulatory system, respiratory system, nervous system, and excretory system all get strengthened.
And one more point is here, it prevents the premature graying of hair. Premature graying of hair is eliminated. And the person looks like an young. Instead of aging process, the person looks young. It increases the aging process. So that it is called a king of asanas.
The one more is Dhanurasana. In Dhanurasana, it increases the spinal strength and flexibility. It also stimulates the adrenal gland and sympathetic nervous system. It helps to strengthen the lungs, making good pose for the people with asthma and respiratory problems. Those who are suffering from asthma, respiratory problem, back pain, or any either upper back or lower back, these back pains are completely relieved from this Dhanurasana. At least per day, if you practice 2 times, morning 5 times, 5 minutes, and evening 5 minutes, in a span of 2 to 3 months, the person will be completely relieved from the back pain from this. And also, it increases the strength to the pancreas, where it is useful to generate or secretion of the insulin, and also it combats the diabetes. So abdominal disorders are cured, and also heart becomes more strong by doing this Dhanurasana. The only thing is we have seen all the asanas. When you want to go for practicing the asana, we need a regular practitioner or a guru for a period of at least 1 month to have a regulated breathing, because pranayama and yogasanas we have to make the inspiration and expiration, that is called regulated breathing. To maintain the regulated breathing, at least minimum we should have minimum 15 days to 20 days for this practicing of the pranayamas or the yogasanas. So these are all what we say, that these are all called as the physical exercises, like hardware to the body, and software to the body is pranayama, which gives the clearance of the veins, removal of the blockage of the blood vessels will be cured, and also the respiratory disorders will be eliminated by using such pranayamas. Under these pranayamas, we have this most there are number of pranayamas which are more effectively useful for particular this COVID-19 to treat or to get the immunity. One is Bhastrika pranayama, Kapalabhati pranayama, Anuloma Viloma pranayama, and Brahmari pranayama. So these pranayamas have the at least per person in a day, if you spend minimum half an hour, in the minimum half an hour, the first 15 minutes spent for Surya Namaskara. Because of the lack of time, you have not shown here. 15 minutes for Surya Namaskara, 15 to 20 minutes for pranayama. All together, Bhastrika pranayama, Kapalabhati, each requires only 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes sufficient. So, Bhastrika Pranayama, in this case, we have to keep on exhaling the air continuously. So that inhale and exhale, like what you call blacksmith, Balli is there, like a blacksmith, how it works. Similarly, we have to go for this Bhastrika Pranayama, minimum 20 to 25 minutes at a time. After this, a break of 1 minute, again you have to practice for another 20 minutes. So altogether, the Bhastrika Pranayama requires 5 to 6 minutes. In Kapalabhati Pranayama, I'll show the Kapalabhati Pranayama, how it will be works out. By standing, I can show here. So, so is it visible, sir? Are you visible, sir? Okay. You have to keep on exhaling the air. Kapalabhati, complete exhalation, expiring the air, so that the stomach and this respiratory system will be completely eliminated and clear air will be entered after making this next pranayama, that is anuloma, anuloma and viloma. In this case, anuloma, viloma, we have to make the pranayama by holding this nostrils, right nostril, close this, then you have to take the air and remove the air from the same nostril 5 to 10 minutes. So it gives the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. It clearance of the vessel. It is not only COVID-19, but also cure the heart blockages. If they work continuously for 3 to 4 months per day, 15 to 20 minutes, 30 to 40 to 50% of the heart blockages will be relieved by doing such kind of pranayama. Vastika pranayama, Kapalabhati pranayama, Anuloma, not only in improve the immunity in COVID-19, but also removes almost all disorders associated with the respiratory tract, associated with the heart blockages, will be completely eliminated. The only thing is, it requires continuous practicing this pranayamas. And anuloma, iloma, you have to hold this. The next one is this will be practicing at least 30 times at a time. 30 times you to practice initially. This can be extended 100 times at a time. After 100 times, you have to give the 2 to 3 minutes breakage. Again, you go for another 100 times. Like this, you have to split
Dr.
the-
Suresh sir, there is some audio problem. We can't hear you. Please speak something loudly.
Are you audible, sir?
No, it's not audible.
Hello? Hello?
Sir, you're audible, but there should be increase in the volume, I believe.
Audible, no, sir?
Yeah, you're audible. You carry on, sir.
That's what I mean. Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. We have to consider it as a first beginning Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Like this, I will show this practicing. First, you have to take forcibly with the right nostril and exhale through the right nostril. That you have to practice 10 times. Similarly, you have to take the air, inhale through the left nostril and remove the air through the left nostril. We have to make this 2 to 3 times continuously. That use Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Then you have to take the right nostril to the left nostril, left to the right. That becomes one single cycle like this. When you practice this minimum 30 to 40 times per interval, it gives the better impact on the internal organs of the body, particularly respiratory system will be get immunity. So Baba Ramdev you said that this Kapalabhati pranayama is one of the it is a what do you say in Hindi? Dharti ka Sanjeevani hai. Kapalabhati Dharti ka Sanjeevani. By regular practice of Kapalabhati, we can rid of many kind of the disorders, including heart problems, including the stomach problems or the respiratory problems. All the cures will be completely cured in a span of 6 months to 1 year, including heart blockage also eliminated. 100% it is true. The only thing is we have to make a regular practice of 100 to 200 times. If you consider it as 100 to 200 times every time, definitely it is going to cure this. Not only corona, any kind of this will be relieved from the person. And one more point is how to test corona in the body. We need not to go to hospital or corona testing center. Is it closed, sir? Hello? Hello, is it audible?
Sir, please proceed, sir.
Last 2 minutes only.
Okay, please.
2 minutes.
Yes, yes.
That in case of pranayama, in the yogasanas, there is one testing for corona. How to test for corona? That means we have to take the long breathe inside. After taking breath inside, hold the breathing continuously for a period of 1 minute. If you hold the breath in the body continuously for 1 minute, definitely that person have strong immunity to protect COVID-19. That is completely cleared and explained by Baba Ramdev. So every day, 1 minute, you have to test for COVID-19 by practicing. Take a long breathe inside and hold the breath. The holding the breath inside is called as kumbhaka. You have to hold the breath inside for 1 minute, then it will be the testing of corona, so that that person will be completely having immunity to protect himself or to defend himself against the COVID-19. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I think Kaushik knows what is the secret of his youthful energy and his lack of gray hair. He doesn't use any dye. I have met Dr. Suresh Kulkarni ji. His hairs are not so gray. So now I came to know what is the secret. So Kaushik, do you think you are going to do some Shirsasana from tomorrow?
No, actually, I was facing a little bit of backache, so I'll definitely try the Yogasana for sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was a very good lively session. Actually, it gave us a look into how we can practice and have a yogic lifestyle in our daily routine. And Dr. Kulkarni sir has demonstrated through his photographs what are all the yogic postures he is doing and what are all the benefits that he has got. I don't think he is suffering from any diabetes or high BP, etc. Sir, any such health issues you are having? It's a personal question. If you wish, you can answer.
Right
No,
now,
he does not have any diabetes, no blood pressure problem, and no musculoskeletal osteoarthritis, no issues such as, and full of zest and energy. Excellent, sir. You have really motivated and charged all of us on how we should do our good, healthy lifestyle. Definitely, we will take cues from you and we will adopt it in our daily routine. I'm definite all the people have benefited with this excellent demo lecture of pranayama, yoga, and also how we can improve our immunity. Now I will go over to Dr. R. Nandish. Nandish is also a long timer at Siddhganga College of Pharmacy, and he has done his MPharm and PhD, very committed to the overall development of his students, and he has nearly 3 decades of service, and his publications are there in several national and international papers. So I request Dr. Nandish to come in at this juncture and provide his tips on how to boost immunity and otherwise how to help the community pharmacists. Is Dr. Nandish there? Kaushik, can you see him?
Nandi sir, we can hear your voice, but maybe the face is not visible. Can you come in, sir?
Dr. Nandish sir, over to you. Can we have your lecture, please? I think he must be having some technical issues there. I'm just thinking. Shall we go over to Sugandhi ji then? I think his preparations are already there. I just have to put his presentation.
Sir is here.
Yeah, Nandish is there. Okay.
Nandi sir, can we hear you? Okay.
Dr. Nandish sir, are you there?
Yeah.
Dr. Nandish sir.
Yeah, I think he's putting his mic on.
Dr. Nandish sir, are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
Will you please give your presentation and lecture to the community pharmacist?
Okay, thank you.
Please speak loudly again. The voice is low. Please look into that. I don't know why the voice is so low from your end.
So now it is audible, huh?
It is faintly audible. It is not loud.
Okay. So now audible?
Very
Better,
faint. Now it is audible. Yes.
Okay.
No, again it is inaudible.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. So myself, Dr. R. Nandish, I'm going to present. Thank you very much for giving an opportunity.
Voice is not audible, Dr. Nandish.
So today's my topic is immunity boosting measures for self-care during COVID-19 crisis. Audible? This is audible?
No, there is some mistake with the wire. You just see if it is pressed it properly. Will you try again? Now it is better. Speak.
Hello, audible?
Now very low.
Now audible? Hello?
Okay, continue. It is very low. At least we'll read the slides.
Nandi sir, please proceed, sir.
Okay. So today's topic is immunity boosting measures for self-care during COVID-19 crisis. So here, if you see this slide, according to WHO, that the emergency expert, Dr. He says, coronavirus may never go away. It is important we realistic, and I don't think anyone can predict when this disease will disappear. So this is a major challenge. When this is disappear, so for that you have to go for the very good drug or vaccination is required. But still you are not able to do that. But what according to what we say is prevention is better than cure. For this, you have to increase our immunity. So immunity boosters are very essential for the treatment of many, what you can say, pathogenic disorders. So this is one of the especially respiratory tract infection. For this, today what I am going to say, it is mainly for what you can say, the respiratory disorder pathogen, to how to fight against by increasing the immunity or producing the antibodies. So next slide, I think you are able to see there is a old saying that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. This is the one. So here, this indicates if we eat very good nourishing food rich with certain vitamins and other things helps to improve our immune system and fight against our or all the illness. So this is the one. It was that is the one it is practiced. So that indicates by the food or nourishing food or what we can say the elements which are required for our
Holiday, ಹಂಗೆ.
our body, so that we can fight against this what you can say microorganism by increasing our immunity. So here, immunity, it is a known terminology. Immunus, Latin term, means exempt. That is referring to protection against foreign agents. So our body is able to recognize which is our own or which is not ours, means any foreign materials or any small materials or microbes or anything is entered, that is you are calling as an antigen. So our body system, especially lymphatic system, especially so many organs, so they're responsible. So this is acts as a what you can say defense mechanism of our system. So this is able to neutralize this by producing antibody. So this is well known to all. So this is the one. So here, especially I'm not going to detail about this immunity. Just you are going to talk about this immune system development or immunity boosters, especially COVID-19 crisis conditions. So our honorable Prime Minister, he believed, that is Modi ji, he believed in our Indian system of medicine, especially under Ministry of Ayush, Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy recommendations, and based on the Ayurvedic literatures and scientific publications which are available from our ancient time for preventing health measurements. So mainly boosting this immunity with special reference to respiratory health. So today what I am going to tell that is related to respiratory health. so that how to boost or what are the elements required or what are the material required to boost immunity, especially against the pathogens which causes respiratory. So this not only for respiratory pathogens, it may be common for other what we can say pathogens also. But here, according to Ayush, there is a measures for enhancing immunity. The first, according to Ayush, drink warm water throughout the day. This is the one. So this is the one important thing. If you drink this water throughout the day, it helps. So this is the one, and the daily practice of yogasana, pranayama, and meditation for at least 30 minutes, it will be useful. So next, Ayurvedic immune promoting measures, taking Chyawanprash 10 gram. So this is well known in the morning. So diabetics also we can take. Then good milk, half teaspoon haldi, turmeric powder in 150 ml of hot water. So that is the one. This is the some food materials, that is medicinal mushrooms which are rich with selenium and rich with vitamin B complex, that is riboflavin, niacin. So these are found in the mushrooms. They play a vital role in a healthy immunity system. Almond, that is certain vitamins, minerals, proteins. These are the one rich with vitamin E. So it contains antioxidants, especially tocopherol. So this is helps in boosting your immune system. And blackberry, this is another. And low fat yogurt, that is another material. So it is house made, you can able to make. It is rich with vitamin D. So this boosts immune health in further. Garlic, it is the one well known. It is high sulfur content, especially that disulfur molecules are there. So apart from that, some supplements that are known for their immune boosting potential, that includes vitamin C, vitamin B6, then vitamin E, vitamin D, and apart from zinc, as it is important for absorption, that is in the day-to-day you have to administer. So conclusion is prevention is better than cure. Avoid junk food, eat home made immune boosters, healthy food, eat vitamins, minerals, rich fruits and dry fruits, drink sufficient water, warm water and fresh fruits juice regularly, do regular yogasana and physical exercise to keep fit yourself. So with this, I conclude. So thank you very much for giving an opportunity. So this is because of some problem, audio problem is there, so I felt it, but everything was ready, is good, but in the middle, some problem, technical problem. I don't know what is the reason.
Thank you, Dr. Nandesh. I understand there was some issue. Let us see if it will get resolved. But we got the message. It was a very interesting, important message for community pharmacists. Particularly, they have to take care of their health. They are at the front line. I think Kaushik also agrees, because we will have to interlocute, transact with all the potential and actual patients. There will be patient attenders. We do not know whether they are asymptomatic carriers. So they are all the daily issues. It's a daily corona war which these pharmacists are fighting. So we are really supporting them. Now I go over to Mr. Ravinandan, who is the assistant professor at Sri Siddhganga College of Pharmacy. And he is also very committed and upcoming educationist. So with this year's 1 decade of experience, he has put in a lot of papers in international and national conferences, and he is committed to the field of community pharmacy. He also has got his MBA on. So I think I'm looking forward to Mr. Ravinandan joining in, but I can't see him on the screen. I think Kaushik can help me out if Mr. Ravinandan is there.
I think he's coming. He'll be taking.
Yeah, he's coming. So I think Mr. Ravinandan has to speak. And welcome, Mr. Ravinandan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I hope in your case the audio will be in an improved manner.
Oh, sure, sir.
Mr. Ravinandan, you are on air. Can you please start?
Okay, sir. Good evening, all. Myself, Ravinandan.
Mr. Ravinandan.
Okay, sir. Am I audible?
Mr. Ravinandan, please start.
Okay, sir. I express my gratitude to the organizers of this international webinar. Another 10 to 15 minutes, I will be going to share my views on.
I think there is no audio at all from their end.
We'll check it.
Kaushik, can you hear?
Nandi sir, if you could mute your audio, that would be good. You're muted, huh? I think. Okay. So we'll do one thing. You can go to Sugandhi sir, then we can come back to Ravinandan sir.
Okay,
I
sir.
think due to some technical error. Sunil sir, is that okay?
Yes, I was wanting Sugandhi ji to come earlier itself. I request Mr. Sugandhi ji to take over.
I sincerely apologize to all the viewers. No, due to some technical error, this is the one of the issue that whole of India is facing. I know, but because a lot of people are in home are using all the connectivities. Sorry, first of all. Over
Mr.
to
Ravinandan, mute your this thing device.
audio.
Audio. Yeah. Mr. Sugandhi ji is a well-known pharmacist, registered pharmacist, and at the same time committed to the field of marketing. He has both domestic and international experience and serves as an associated vice president in a very good and large firm. So I request Mr. Sugandhi ji to share his insights into the COVID management era.
Thank you, Sunil Chipunkar, sir. You gave a
Welcome,
very
sir.
solid introduction in the beginning itself. And like it is said,
Nandi sir, you have to mute your audio once again. I request. You muted. Then Ravinandan sir, is it muted? Okay, okay. Proceed, sir. Proceed. Thank you, sir.
yeah, thank you. So with a wonderful introduction from Mr. Sunil Chipunkar, thank you so much. The beginning, that starting that you did with our pharmacist Lakshmi, that was very interesting. That's what most of us do in our day-to-day life in a community pharmacy. And then Dr. Suresh Kulkarni told us on how yoga can help us. In fact, it is always prevention better than cure. And what better way to prevent sickness than exercise and proper nutrition, like Dr. Nandish explained to us. Now, apart from the exercises and nutrition, what is essential in our day-to-day life is some precautions, some of which Mr. Sunil Chipunkar sir also mentioned: going to digital transactions, maintaining a safe distance of 1 meter at least between the engagement while interacting with our patients, either in a pharmacy or in a hospital setup. There is one important aspect that we overlook, that is how we should use the mask. I call it a year of mask because this year taught us how to wear masks. So here is about the do's and don'ts about wearing the mask. There are two types of masks. There are procedural masks and surgical masks. The most of us will be using the non-sterile procedural masks that are used to protect against airborne diseases. The important cautions that we should take while wearing the mask is how we handle it. But before we discuss why wear mask is also important. Masks serve us two ways. One is when a patient is coming close to us, he is likely to sneeze, cough, or even when laughing or speaking, there is going to be some kind of aerosol, the salivary droplets. The corona and many other pathogens are present in saliva as well. And wearing mask helps us to protect against infections. In fact, this morning, BBC published a very interesting article how Vietnam, though it's a neighbor of China, the steps they took in the very initial steps itself helped the whole country to have less than 500 cases of corona and not a single death. The border is shared with China, but the early steps helped to prevent. And one of the very important steps they took was wearing mask. So when we are choosing a mask, we have to see that it is not torn. There is intact ear loop. The loop of the mask has to be always intact. And while handling mask, it should be always handled from the loop and not from the middle or the center portion. The correct way is always to handle it from the loop. After wearing mask, if you are throwing it, again it should be removed from the loop itself and throw it in a appropriate way in a dustbin. How the used mask should be disposed of? Any used mask is considered a potentially infected mask, and it is considered as a biohazard waste. So in a hospital setup, there is always a yellow bags. There is a protocol how to dispose of biohazardous waste. So that protocol should be followed. The mask used by patients, caregivers, or close contacts in the home setup should be disinfected in a bleach solution or sodium hypochlorite solution and then disposed of. So the sanitary workers who are handling it in the disposal process do not get infected. So it is our responsibility to bleach them or dip it in a sodium hypochlorite solution before discarding. Another alternatives that we have is to burn them if it is possible, or deep burial. So as per pollution control norms, it should be treated like a biohazardous waste, as well as when we are disposing of, if we are throwing it, please handle it, care for the chain, stop the chain of spread by treating it with bleach solution or hypochlorite solution. It is very important that before wearing a mask and after removal of the mask, hand hygiene is also equally important. Please treat it with sanitizers. It is found, in fact, there is a study published in United States in a medical college that was published in Infection Control Journal in the year 2015. The medical personnel were observed, and it was found that we tend to touch our face between 15 to 23 times every hour. So mask is one protection, but even better will be to use face shield, because face shield will be giving us a further protection. Yes, I know some of us will find it uncomfortable, inconvenient to wear, but prevention is always better than cure. And when it comes to corona, we cannot take any chances. So hand sanitizers like Innocept and face shields are also equally important besides the mask. While wearing mask, what should not be done? If the mask is spoiled, wet, or torn, please never use such masks. Never leave a mask hanging below or on the neck. That again defeats the purpose of the mask. If you notice, the mask is being disposed, but how it is held? Holding it at the center. Once we wear a mask, our salivary droplets, the germs are always on the center portion, as well as the outside germs are on the outer side. The mask should never be touched at the center. It should be always from the loop. So please avoid touching the contaminated surface of the mask either from inside or from outside, and handle it by loop only. Apart from this, what is important is maintaining a minimum distance of 1 meter, use of hand sanitizers like Inocept, proper oral care to reduce the viral load or bacterial load, and disposing of mask between 4 to 6 hours. A mask can be used for about 4 to 6 hours, and after that we should or we must change with another mask. With this, I conclude, and I thank all my audience, all the community pharmacists who are being here for your patient hearing. And I hand over this session to Mr. Sunil Chipulinkar to take it further.
Thank
you so much.
Mr. Sugandhi ji. As usual, a very dignified, very clear, crisp presentation for which you are always known for. It's always a joy to have you on our webinar, Mr. Sugandhi ji. And thank you very much for that very kind presentation. It was very, very valuable. See, gentlemen, knowledge is something, there is a saying, 1 pound of knowledge requires 10 pounds of common sense to apply it. So whatever nuggets of knowledge we gather, either from this webinar or elsewhere when we are conversing with people, we need to apply our commonsensical thinking to know how to actualize that knowledge and gain benefit of that. So I think that is how we have to proceed as pharmacists. Yes, I agree. Today there were some audio glitches, but don't dampen your spirits because of this. It happens. See, nothing is perfect. A human being is not an imperfect or a perfect kind of a setup. There will always be imperfections, and we are there only to iron out the imperfections. So don't dampen your spirits. These are all in the game. We have to identify how to go ahead. And what we have done, very good thing is coming together. Coming together is a good beginning. And we have started this webinar series for empowering the pharmacists so that they will get empowered and actualize their own knowledge and become far better pharmacists. And this is a continuous process. This webinar is not the end, and the next webinar is also not the end. It is a continuous process. And we have some interesting information to you. KRPA is going to start a study club. So in this study club, it will be open only for KRPA members. People who are interested to make presentations and talk to each other on technical aspects. Like, for example, let us say Kaushik. He wants to talk technical aspect about medical regulatory aspects, and he wants to address to an audience because he feels that is a valuable knowledge that can be shared. Then study club is the place for Kaushik to present and for all of us to listen to it. So it's going to be basically online and offline. So study club is the new concept which is being started by KRPA. And I request President Kaushik ji to give more details about this study club.
Thank you very much, Sunil sir, for bringing noticing that. In study club, what we are trying to do is that it's not only that all of you come on one same platform, we all come in the same platform and we share our knowledge. And I think by sharing knowledge, we tend to learn more knowledge. And there is one more point that Sunil sir mentioned was that, if you want, you can come and talk about your subject. If you just imagine Nandish sir is expert in pharmacognosy, he is going to explain all the things that is just you saw how well you need to take some of the things in order to improve your immunity. These are the things that you can share. And one more thing, it's not only that it's only limited to members, I agree, but there are people who are like drug inspectors, the industry people. They're going to come and talk about how they went through the life, how they became successful, how they faced their failure. These are the things that we constantly think, and we through this, even the bonding is developed and as well as knowledge is shared. This is how we wanted to do something different, and we look forward everyone to join our association and become a member of this.
So that's the point what Kaushik is making, that there will be two types of engagements from KRPA. One will be public engagements where all people will be invited to either listen or maybe even participate. So that is the public webinar or public platforms which are being created. The second is there will be study club which will increase the knowledge aspect of all the people who are attending the study club. Now, I want to know if Mr. Ravikant is free, and are you able to get your audio online? What is the situation there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
You need to speak very loudly, sir.
Okay, sir. Sure. I express my gratitude to the organizer of this international webinar. Another 10 to 15 minutes, I am going to share my views on updates for effective community evaluation. First, let us understand the meaning of effective. It means successful in producing a desired or intended result. Successful in producing a desired or intended result. In order to see the success, we must update our knowledge on regularly. A common man used to call previously pharmacies as medical store and compounder. Now the situation and trend changed, and they used to start identifying as pharmacist and as pharmacy itself. So it indicates that the people perception about the pharmacy is slowly changing. So in order to meet the current requirement, current need, we have to update our knowledge regularly, or else we will be outdated. The main responsibility of community pharmacists include procurement, dispensing, and storage of medication. When once any patient comes to the pharmacy, we need to dispense the same to the patient. So here, not only the dispensing works, even we can work.
I think Kaushik ji, we may have to close the session for today. Of course, I thank everybody. There are nearly 718 attendees till now. There were 888 attendees for Mr. Sugandhi's presentation and lecture. It has been a wonderful session. Yes, some technical glitches were there. We were not able to overcome that. So I have stopped here. Coincidentally, it is showing a Duchenne smile. So let us all sport Duchenne smile and take things in stride. Such things do happen. Mr. Kaushik, I think you should wrap up because it's already quite well.
Sir, first of all, let me thank the institution, Dr. Sri Shivkumar Swamiji, for the holy blessing of for this webinar. First of all, there's one more special thing about Siddhganga College of Pharmacy that I wanted to notice in the beginning only, but I forgot to mention. Most of the students, who did the B Farm, they've joined M Farm, but most of them, almost 50 to 60%, are GPAT qualifiers. It's one of the rare institutions. I think this should be given a big round of applause, because that happens only when they have good teaching staff, the driving force, the principal leading from the front. Thank you very much, sir. I think the Yogasana itself, I think it motivates everyone. Thank you very much, sir, for this achievements. I think out of 700, I think 350 people are from alumni of Siddhganga College of Pharmacy. Thank you very much. It means a lot to us. And special thanks to Dr. Suresh Kulkarni, sir, Principal, Sri Siddhganga College of Pharmacy, and a big thanks to Dr. Nandish Rudrappa, sir. In spite of so much technical years, people are eager to hear you. Thank you very much, sir, for joining here and sharing your valuable knowledge how to boost our immunity. Thank you very much, sir. And due to some technical error, Ravinandan sir, we couldn't hear you, but we'll make sure that next time you come with us with more technical properly. We will love to hear you.
And a big shout out to Mr. Jawahar, please.
Jawahar, yeah. Jawahar sir, thank you very much. You are leading Tumkur Chemist and Druggist Association. It's nice that you made a lot of people to register. Due to some technical error, it couldn't happen as we expected, but we will try to do better next time. And Sugandhi sir, it's always nice to have the way you speak and the slowness and instead of slowness, that is correctness of the length of the presentation. Thank you very much, sir, for giving a presentation and taking a valuable time for us. And once again, thanks to Sunil Suplinkar, sir, for making this happen. And there are a few issues. I agree that certificates will be sent to you, I think 2 days, 3 days later, but we'll be sending you very soon. And please share your feedbacks. It means it gives us, what are the areas that we can improve and what are the webinars topics that we can proceed. Once again, thanks to Principal, sir, for demonstrating the yoga and all. It means a lot to us. Thank you very much, sir. And Jai Hind, Jai Pharmacist. last remarks to Sunil Chuplinkar, sir. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It was a fantastic session. Kaushik, you're leading from the front. Thank you very much. And it was a very good session. The yoga was the toast of the day. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Goodbye.